As your new director, even before I attend my first board meeting in January, I will be working on several initiatives. There are more than 11,000 ARRL members in the Southeastern Division. I want to hear from you. The ARRL exists to serve amateur radio. We all need to own this. I am grateful for the comments and insights I have already received. My plans are based on carrot, not this carrot, but plans are based on this carrot. Let's look at each of the components of the carrot acronym. Communications is a journey, not an event. Communications channels exist in the ARRL Southeastern Division, and my efforts will be addressing their effective use. This is foundational for everything within our division and ARRL headquarters. I suspected early on that there are individuals inside our geography that want to contribute, and I already have an open door. Consistent information will be communicated to all ARRL members via email, social media, video technology, or in-person events. I have additional experience in organizing virtual town hall events and want to add this as a staple too. Information sharing is a two-way street. I expect to hear from you and will work to acknowledge every message quickly. Good, solid dialogue energizes our division presence at ARRL board and committee meetings. Remember, I'm here to serve you. The FCC, Federal Communications Commission, defines the purpose of amateur radio. Amateur Radio Emergency Services, or ARRES, is a critical part of emergency communication services for the general public. The needs of the served agencies have changed over the last couple of decades, and we need to better address their requirements. The great news is that there's already efforts in progress targeting rebranding and repurposing ARRES, and I fully expect to hear from you on this topic. Think of this much like getting a new vehicle. Some of the controls and features may seem a little different, and the names of them may sound strange, but the basic intention of transportation remains the same. Some of our brands may not be as relevant as they once were. For example, when all else fails, doesn't carry the same weight as it used to. An ARRL director has many responsibilities. Two of them are identified here. For me, part of the commitment to member support and services is acknowledging member requests in a timely fashion. My goal is to respond to communications within 48 hours. As a former ARRL section manager, I valued the excellent relationship I shared with the division director. I intend to continue that tradition by strengthening connections with the field service section managers and their teams. These dedicated volunteers represent another vital channel in our communication strategy, and I recognize that being responsive to their input is an important part of our success. Several months ago, I wrote a brief article on my blog at kjk.wordpress.com titled, Mars Needs Moms and We Need Radio Amateurs. This article has been republished by many local club newsletters. Feel free to use anything that I've written, just please give appropriate credit with my link to the blog. Taking a fresh look at how and where we recruit new amateur radio operators is important to the survival of the hobby. I once set up an ARRL table at a trade show and garnered 40 league renewals along with 6 new amateur radio operators. Many clubs and groups have presented information about amateur radio at RV and boat shows, aircraft fly-ins, off-road rallies, fairs, and other public events, even quilt shows. To keep the hobby strong, we need to be actively recruiting new amateurs from everywhere. Our improved communications and sharing information with each other will help serve us all in this effort. September 2025 ARRL provided data shows us that there are 78,670 amateur licenses issued in the Southeastern Division. ARRL also provides data that suggests that there are 11,588 ARRL members. A little simple math brings that total to 14.95% of the total amateur license population in this region are ARRL members. The national division average is 18%, with some divisions leading the pack with more than 21%. I'm interested in your thoughts and ideas on how to add new amateur radio operators and new ARRL members. Some special interest groups are not receiving the focus they should within the ARRL community. Two groups I've heard from are the weak signal enthusiasts and the DX community. Of course, I'm sure there are others. Improving communications will help bring underserved groups front and center. I will be championing their causes. Many diverse interests within the amateur radio community have contributed and will continue to contribute to the guiding principles that originally motivated the FCC to establish amateur radio. I'm a big fan of making sure you understand as much as possible about the member driven organization that we call the ARRL. I will attend the ARRL meetings, board, and committee as an expected activity of directors. I will provide a relevant report from each meeting to our members. I will operate from a fair and balanced position, focus on member needs and interests, be available to you for questions, and in fulfilling my duties to you as a member of the ARRL, my mission is to be as transparent as possible. My dad was always fond of saying integrity is doing the right thing even when no one is watching. That's my carrot and there's no stick. One more thing, I'm asking for your vote so I can become the new ARRL Southeastern Division Director.